These lights better start flashing. There they go. "12-inch LED fade in, fade out, electronic type 1 bell, and gates." As soon as I pulled up to this crossing, I could see the headlight gleaming right on me, even though he wasn't going very fast. I figured I'm not going to try to get across the crossing even though the train's going really slow, because anytime these crossings could have started flashing. And I never judge a train speed just by the way it looks. It could suddenly speed up. So I was wise enough to follow Operation Lifesaver's advice and just go with the flow. In fact, I should know better than trying to beat a train. I mean, what's the point of trying to beat a train to save an amount of time when you can take good care of your life? It's not worth risking it. So if I were you, I would take the safe course. Alright, enough said. Gotta look at this train. This is a loaded trash train. Most of this trash comes up from Newark. It'll follow the old B&O division right through West Lancaster. As soon as it goes through West Lancaster, West Zanesville, it'll cross the Muskingum Bridge into Zanesville Yard. The locomotives on each end then switch control to the other engine. And then the train heads down the old line, which was once part of the Cincinnati, Wilmington, and Zanesville Airline Railroad back in the 1800s. While this trash train heads down towards New Lex, one could see trains as early as the 1800s going through New Lexington onto the New York Central line, which then became part of Conrail, Norfolk Southern, now owned by the Kanawha River Railroad. The train could then go through New Lexington on down towards Bremen, where I was filming one of the Kanawha River Railroad trains on that curve, and where I was standing was once the connection of the Penn Central line to the New York Central, once owned by Pennsylvania Railroad after the Cincinnati, Wilmington, and Zanesville Airline Railroad stepped down. You could then ride the track from Bremen down towards Lancaster, where Anchor Hocking is at, where the current track of the Indiana-Ohio dead ends. And then you could take that track, connect up to Lancaster, then get on the currently abandoned portion, heading towards Circleville, and eventually ending up in Cincinnati. On the other hand, if you were to follow this track from Zanesville all the way down to New Lex, you could even get on the tail of the Y and follow the old New York Central line, which later became Conrail, NS, and now Kanawha River Railroad, along the West Virginia Secondary down towards Glouster and eventually near Marietta, Ohio. And then eventually to Point Pleasant, West Virginia. There's a lot of train routes you can find. Most of these I found in my some of the railroad maps online, but I've also have some old maps currently at home in my model train room. So yeah, just a little bit of history. I didn't want to make this boring while making this video. So I hope you're enjoying it, and hopefully it won't bore you to death too much. Alright, enough said. Let's listen to the sounds of the wheel flanges. A lot of railroads these days, their rails will become welded together, and a lot of times you won't hear the clickety-clack sound anymore. At least you still get to hear a little bit of it right here. Well, I think I see the end of the train. If you look down there just a little bit, you'll see a little gleam of light. I believe that is the pusher locomotive on the other end. Because the headlights are just so powerful, they can actually shine all the way across a landscape if possible. See if I give him the horn, if he'll shoot back. 4093, old C40 locomotive. There he goes. And there you have it, folks. The Ohio Central Railroad trash train. Eric Diebold, out.